Raging Entertainment.
All right, well, welcome everybody to Raging Entertainment. I am Charlie. I am here with David from Durant Cinema on YouTube. I follow this guy personally. I found him just by looking up movie collectors. He goes out, he movie hunts, but he loves to collect steelbooks, and that's his main love from what I understand. And not only that, but he loves action movies, and I guess his favorite action star, if I had to guess, because it's almost in every video, is Arnold Schwarzenegger. David, thank you for joining us, man.
Yeah, no problem. First off, I just want to say thank you for reaching out. It still blows my mind that someone out there just wants to be like, hey, can I interview you? It's like, whoa, all right. I always got to take a step back and be like, this is amazing. So thank you. It's an honor to be on here and just talk about like all sorts of movie stuff. And Arnold as well, like you said, that is correct. Arnold is the boy. You got to include him in every single video. I feel like that's a requirement in life. If you want to get through life, you got to talk about Arnold. He is the motivation.
Well, speaking of Arnold, though, and I'm sure you have this movie because I have it. Total Recall.
Oh, of course. Of course. Get your ass to Mars.
Yep. Ben, did
great.
you ever see Total Recall?
Oh, yeah. I've seen it.
Oh, it's
one of my favorite movies of his.
It's classic.
It's iconic for all the facial expressions, like the constipation. It's like, like the eyes. Dude, that freaked me out for the longest time. Like, that was my least viewed Arnold movie because it was like, it scared me. I'm like, that's what happens? We have no air? We just, like, have our eyes bulging out and our tongues sticking out further? Like,
well, from what I understand, that in itself is just an exaggeration because scientifically they say that can't happen.
Yeah, and like the old woman disguise, like, I'm like, whoa.
I know.
The baby stomach.
So much.
But
so are you like
though.
a sci-fi person?
I'm all over the place. I like some good sci-fi. I like action. Mostly it's become horror slashers and action movies. Those are my main go-to, for sure.
Yeah, I noticed you're a big fan of the movie Gravity.
Yes, I love Gravity. It is so good. It is actually a movie that almost made me tear up 3 times in the cinema. Yeah, I loved it. I thought here's the thing. I saw the trailer. I was like, oh, it's just George Clooney and Sandra Bullock in space, like 2 celebrities, whatever. I don't really care. And then we went to go see it in IMAX, and it just like blew me away with the visuals, the story, and the music. The music is what mostly definitely helped out. Yeah, it just hit me in the heartstrings, and I almost cried. But I pulled it together. But when I watch it by myself, I'll admit,
the box of tissue is close by, right?
Exactly. And then if someone knocks on the door, I go, "What?" And I shut off the lights and.
The wind got in my eye.
Yeah, I was cutting onions.
That's what I was. And they'd be like, you're cutting onions in bed?
Yeah. Yeah, I do that all the time.
What are you talking about?
Totally normal behavior. Nothing suspicious here.
Yeah, who doesn't do that, right?
Yeah. Now, since you're into steelbook collecting and stuff, I was wondering if you ended up getting this one at all, which was the Clueless 25th anniversary one.
I did pick that one up, yes. Yeah, because last week there was a bunch of steelbooks that came out, and I was like, oh, man, which one do I get, guys? Do I get this one? It was like Airplane, Spartacus, and the Clueless steelbooks, all that. That's what I hear. And then I went with the Clueless one, and people in the comments like, Dave, I'm disappointed in you. There was Spartacus and Airplane, and you have not seen Airplane. What are you doing?
Because those are classics. They're more classic than Clueless. So
that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, I've disappointed a lot of people in that video for picking up Clueless. But I'm like, that's a nice looking steelbook, man. Like it was $15. But I'm like, calm down. I'm gonna go next week. I'm gonna pick it up. So.
Do you collect anime steelbooks too?
Anime?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Huh.
Really. That's the one thing
they've been releasing these ones like Ponyo on steelbook and Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah, I saw those 2 as well. I was like, ooh, I even saw it. I was like, yo, this is a nice steelbook. I did see Ponyo.
Yeah.
I haven't seen all the other ones though. But that's one of the main things I haven't collected. Did you even know that video games have steelbooks?
Like no, I didn't actually.
No? Oh yeah, it's crazy. People are like, oh yeah, I got this steelbook for this video game. Like there was a Resident Evil one. I was like, oh man, I don't want to go down that path. Like I'm not a gamer. I tried to be, but I wasted so much money with video games. But yeah, they got those with steelbooks and anime, which I haven't really gotten into. But yeah, but those are nice ones though that you just pointed out.
Yeah, for some odd reason, though, to me, I saw Ponyo when I used to work at Blockbuster back in the day when it came out, and Howl's Moving Castle in general is just a classic anime, and I wanted to own that. When I saw that it had its own steelbook and stuff, I was like, I wouldn't mind getting that, so I figured I'd go ahead and get it to collect it for my steelbooks that I do have.
Exactly. It's for you just to hold against your chest, embrace it, just hold it nice and tight. Like that's all you need it for. You don't even have to watch the movie. Okay?
Yeah.
Just know, as long as you bring it to a home, that's all you need.
I agree. And as much as a movie lover as you are, do you happen to know, like, say, the 80s classic movies that everybody talks about most of the time, which is like, say, 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, Breakfast Club, Legend, Labyrinth, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Like, do you know those names at all?
I do. I do know those names. But to be honest with you, most of those movies you just named, I don't know. I just never really
got into them.
Yeah, got into them. That's the thing. All right, so like growing up, like especially now getting into movies, like I don't know. Before I would just watch Arnold films over and over again because my whole family was big on Arnold, so that's all I would watch.
So was I.
Yeah, and like other people like I haven't seen like The Godfather and stuff like that. People like, what are you doing? How are you missing the classics on these movies left and right that I'm naming? I'm like, I haven't seen this. Like, whoa, what are you doing? And so I'm like, look, I'm sorry. I just watched these certain movies for the longest time.
A quick note on The Godfather. Very, very high drama. Not too much on action. It's all about the acting and the drama. It is very.
And I hear it's like.
It is very slow in comparison to a lot of movies, but if you understand that that's what it's about, yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
Oh yeah. They're good movies. I would definitely recommend the Godfather movies.
It's like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
For each film.
Yeah.
Well, did you watch The Lord of the Rings?
I did, but yeah.
If you could sit through Lord of the Rings, you could sit through Godfather. And Godfather actually entices you and goes, wow, what the hell? Like, what's next? What's going to happen? You know, it can be predictable, but it still gets you, like, to wonder what's going to happen. And I would say number 2 is my favorite, actually.
Number 2 is a lot of people's favorite, though.
Yeah.
Like, I will say that. Like, saying this now would be like, yeah, you know, whatever, 3 hours long. But then the future me would be like, wow, I'm so glad I watched that.
Yeah.
You know? That's what usually happens.
Like, out of drama movies, what are your kind of favorite dramas?
Oh, drama movies.
Or even if it's a mixture of drama.
I like Prisoners. Have you seen Prisoners? With Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman. That was a nice
I don't think
drama.
I saw that one.
No, it's great because it's always nice, refreshing to see Hugh Jackman besides Wolverine. And it's actually really good. One of the family members was kidnapped and they got to find the person who did it. And it's always a good mystery drama thriller.
Nice. I'd have to check that out because I do like Jake Gyllenhaal really and I like Hugh Jackman. So definitely need to see that.
That's definitely the one I can think of at the moment for sure.
Okay.
Well,
Are you a fan of Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp, I'm so-and-so with his movies.
So-and-so?
Yeah. I like Pirates, the first Pirates. The second one's pretty good. I like Sleeping Hollow. Is the other one.
I love Sleepy Hollow.
Yes. Like the intro was insane. Like, whoa, this is such an intense movie.
Well, here's a good question for you.
Yeah, what's that?
Is that with Tim Burton and his movies and stuff, did you know that the guy who composes the music, his name is Danny Elfman, but he was in a band that was called Oingo Boingo?
No, have not.
No. Well, did you ever see Weird Science?
I have not yet. No.
Okay, well, do you know the theme song?
No, I do not.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Am I just disappointing you by every second?
A little bit.
It's okay. Charlie's nerd is showing again.
Yeah. Because
I have the movie.
Yeah. Tim Burton tends to go for him for a lot of his composing for music, and his band did the main theme song for Weird Science. Weird Science, dun dun dun. It's an awesome song.
Yeah, I have to check that out.
It's totally.
All right, let's pause it now. Let me look it up.
You could if you wanted to. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I'll do it afterwards. I have to get around to that movie though. Weird Science.
It's one of my favorite movies, actually. I got that steelbook from Arrow Video.
Oh, I tried looking for that steelbook. I went to
It was on Best Buy.
Oh, it might have been. Yeah, I don't think I've seen it around anymore. I think it was at a store. I was like, okay, I think I remember seeing it, or they have something there. So I went to go get it, and then of course it's gone. But they had the regular slipcover for Arrow Video with Weird Science. So I ended up going with that one. I was like,
oh, you did?
Whatever. Yeah.
So you do have it. You just haven't watched it.
I do have it. Yeah. I
okay.
just got to get around to it. I'm
nice.
Like that.
Are you a fan of like Freddy Krueger or say Jason Voorhees?
Ooh, you say Jason Voorhees
or Michael Myers?
Oh, Michael. Oh,
or
definitely.
Well, there you go. 3.
Well, the funny thing is, my favorite horror icon is Chucky. I love Child's Play. Child's Play 1 and 2 are my favorite horror movies of all time. But
I would say, yeah.
But those big 3, though, definitely Michael Myers, for sure.
Right.
I love Michael Myers. He's the man. And as far as the other 2, it's funny. I never really got into both their movies, but because of the Friday the 13th video game that came out, I became obsessed. I became so obsessed. I was like, damn, this game is so good. And then
I remember that game.
Yeah, and it got me into the movies. I binge watched all of them. And I was like, wow, this is the greatest.
Are you aware of the Shout Factory box set that's coming out?
Yes. Oh yeah.
I am so excited for that because it's literally all of them. It's not just like 6 or 8 movies. It's literally all of the Jason movies.
And it's crazy because that tin that they do have is going for like insane prices online.
Oh yeah, it is.
And I had no idea about that. People are like, oh yeah, it's nuts. But yeah, once the moment the Scream Factory box set came out, everyone was going nuts over it.
Oh yeah,
like, that thing is so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
I agree. I have the Nightmare on Elm Street collection on Blu-ray.
I will say it's been a while since I've seen those movies because it just freaked me out as a kid, like growing up, because you have to sleep. There's no escaping Freddy Krueger whatsoever. So whenever I would see a Freddy Krueger movie back in the day, I was just like, oh my God, I'm not going to sleep tonight. That's it. It's so brilliant.
I remember seeing a horror movie. I was 5 years old, and it happened to be a Nightmare on Elm Street, but I didn't get any nightmares, surprisingly.
No? Oh, yeah?
Nope.
That's pretty good. Because
I love horror.
I was kind of a special kid growing up. I thought Gremlins was a scary movie when I was a kid.
Gremlins. I will say Gremlins is it's pretty intense. You know?
I love
Gremlins, like they just they turn into these hideous things.
Yeah, I honestly thought, no joking here. I really did think that it was supposed to be a scary movie, you know?
When it's a horror comedy, yeah.
Right. Now, another movie when I was 16, so I wasn't just a little kid anymore. When I was 16, I happened to walk through my friend's dad's living room when he was watching From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, okay.
And at 16, I didn't know it was supposed to be funny. You know, it definitely freaked me out. Tremors was another one. When I was in 5th grade. When I was in 5th grade, Tremors. I remember riding my bike home from my friend's house as fast as I could, so the Tremors wouldn't get me.
I don't blame you. I still do that till this day. I'm like, no sound, no vibration.
The graboids.
I think the only movie that had an effect on me like that was actually a movie called Fire in the Sky. It was the biopic movie of Travis Walton who got abducted by aliens. And the scene that they cut to of him being abducted and stuff and being on the ship and then the aliens basically being aggressive, trying to strap him to the table. I ended up getting a nightmare from it. Surprisingly, I got a nightmare from it. I remember waking up screaming And my mom comes to my room to check on me, but I already calmed down and stuff like that, and it scared the crap out of me. Surprisingly, that was the only movie I ever got scared of.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Well, I will say this: the one movie, even till this day, that just crawls underneath my skin. It's tough to watch, but I love watching it though. Is Arachnophobia.
Oh,
Arachnophobia
I love that movie.
is the most terrifying movie I've ever seen in my life.
My dad, being a great father, rest in peace, he decided it would be great right at that moment where the spider jumps out when they're in the basement.
Yeah.
He comes up behind me and scares me. I think I was 3rd grade, maybe 4th grade, but he's apparently he scared me to the point that I was in tears, and my mom was so mad at him.
Oh yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. But like that movie will mess you up though. I remember as a kid, after watching that movie, when the spiders crawls in the guy's shoe, like the old man, and like he steps in it and bites him and he dies. So ever since then, I would always take my shoe, put my hand in there just to double check, even though it wouldn't really do anything, it would still bite me. But it felt good though.
It felt more reassuring.
Yeah, exactly. And I would always do that. Yeah. I'm like, either way, it's going to bite my ass, but I figured just to double check.
Surprisingly, I've been bit by a black widow, and it ain't fun to get bit because it hurts, but I didn't get, like, sick, surprisingly.
Yeah.
No, black widows, depending on the size of the person and how much venom they have actually injected into you, it can be uncomfortable, but it won't necessarily, kill you or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
did you stick
it scared
to
the hell out of me though, because I was thinking Black Widow.
In 5th grade, I had a pet black widow, so
Oh
you did?
Yes, kept it in a mason jar, and we lived in Palm Springs. Whacked the crap out of date roaches until they'd hold still long enough. Scoop them into the mason jar.
Oh my God!
Did you give it a name?
Nope. I'm out.
Huh?
Did you give it a name?
Nope.
No, I never gave it a name, but I used to enjoy doing that, and I remember I'd sit there with a magnifying glass and watch it, once it would eventually get the cockroach to hold still long enough, because it would bite it several times before the cockroach would stop moving, and then it would wrap it up a bit, and then it would sit there and just stick its fangs in and start draining the thing. After about a week, there'd be nothing, it'd just dust.
Oh my God, no! Like I said, I'm out. I'm out of here. That's like people having like in Home Alone, having a pet tarantula. Even that scene freaks me out.
So are you one of the people that would resort to incinerating the entire home if there's a spider?
Yes.
It's not an overreaction. It was appropriate.
Yeah. Like if there's a ghost or a spirit around, I'm like, I don't care. I'm living here. As soon as there's like a spider, I'm like, burn this whole place down. I don't care.
So how long have you been doing your YouTube channel?
I've been probably doing it around at least, I want to say 5 years, 5 years or so, or 6, right around there, or something like that. Because I started off doing simple like movie reviews. I try to get into that and do intros, and every week go see a movie, because that was like the big thing. That was the big thing. Is just like everyone was doing it, and I knew a lot of people. I joined the community. And it was cool because I got to grow with people and just check out their reviews. It was like an exciting game to see who agrees with you on a certain movie. I would post mine, and then I would watch others be like, please, 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 say you like it. Say you like it. And like, all right, if it was a good week, I'd be like, yeah, all right, this guy's feeling me. Oh, this person's feeling me. And then, but that was fun. And after a while, and then something happened. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try some Blu-ray hunting videos. And I would do them here and there. I would go to Best Buy, Target, and still do my movie reviews, and I would switch it up. And then slowly it started to transition into Blu-ray hunting videos, because, I don't know, for me personally, I like to explore. That is my favorite part about doing these videos, is just going from one place to the next. You have no idea what's going to be out there or what's going to happen. It's fun. And like vlogging is
well, for Ben right here, he does more of the digital downloads than he does do physical media. He got rid of basically all of his physical media when he decided
I converted everything into digital.
Oh yeah.
I'm
your collection?
I'm a computer tech. I'm a computer tech. So Let me back up. Let me preface it by saying that. So, a lot of technology. The computer behind me here, actually, for example, that's one that I just built for my sister and her family as a kind of a gift, and replace their old junker.
You said you built that?
Yeah. And
awesome.
I also built my own machine that I'm working on right now. If you want to see that, it's real fancy, water cooling and stuff.
Oh.
So,
very nice.
If it'll focus
very nice.
here, come on. Focus.
Focus.
I wouldn't know where to start.
Anyway. But yeah, so there's actually, let's see, I've got my server, I've got my main machine here, I've got my NAS box, and I've got another machine. So I have 4 machines of my own, plus this one here, plus another one in the other room for one of my roommates that I built for them, and then also my daughter's computer. And then I've also built a bunch of machines, around on the side, for customers and stuff like that. But anyway,
yeah, that's
so
awesome.
the movie collection, it all sits on my NAS box that I built. And I've got over 3,000 movies, and I forget how many shows. And it's all just taking up the space of about I don't know, roughly a little more than a 1.5 foot cubic space, I guess. So not
and
much.
He's still got codes he needs to redeem.
Yeah, I do.
It makes sense, like if obviously.
Yeah, I really like having the space freed up.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There are definitely some times where I kind of miss having the physical media, but there's definitely an appeal to knowing that I don't have to go digging through a bunch of physical stuff. I don't have that space being taken up, and thinking forward someday when I'm an old man, I won't have all this stuff to haul around. Move a couple computers, and I'm good to go.
Well, that's the thing about like physical media. Obviously, I go out there and I do my thing with physical media, and I collect all that stuff. But like if people download movies or whatever, I'm like, that's totally fine. That's okay in my book. You do you. If that makes you happy, like I'm not gonna.
Oh, of course.
Say anything,
but for the most part, I'll usually get a hold of the physical media first. So that way I've got my copy basically, and then I just convert it to digital. So,
Yeah, exactly.
So what YouTubers do you personally follow? I notice you do follow Brendan from What Movie One.
I do.
But who else do you follow?
I like to follow all. I have a bunch of movie reviewers back in the day, and obviously getting to Blu-ray hunting. I follow all the Blu-ray hunting videos as well. And I also find those intriguing to watch. Like someone just going in the store and recording themselves. I always feel like that's a good time to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, so obviously I got like What Movie One, Cool Duder.
By the way, we did an interview with him.
Oh yeah, I was actually watching that one before you guys called. I was like, oh wow, check that out. What Movie One's on there?
That's the first couple minutes is blacked out, but you only hear audio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was just like going through. I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah, if you watch the whole thing, you'll see that I put some subtitles and stuff up because I'm like, oh dang it, I didn't get the source right first. I should have checked that.
Oh yeah.
So I have audio, and I just kind of edit it up, to where I can kind of trim out some of the dead space and stuff like that. And
you can totally do that with me. It'll probably make my face a lot better to look at. Just black it out. Just black screen. That's fine. If you guys want people to view this video, that's totally fine with me. If you have to go with that choice.
We'll just put a picture of Arnold over you.
Yeah.
Oh, he would love that.
Oh, that would be my dream.
Actually, Ben, he did a video one day where he put an Arnold filter over his face for the entire Blu-ray hunt.
Yeah, that's right. Like, I tried to discover that because people were doing it when it was first popular. Like, how do they do that? Like, how? And I remember when I first learned it, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna open up like some ideas for me. So I have like a couple of videos where I'm just going out there with like an Arnold face.
Yeah,
that's funny.
It's great. It's a good time. But I also follow for like horror. I got We Watch a Movie is probably one of my favorites to go to. I think those guys hilarious, and then I watch Drum Dums and everything. But with YouTube, I'm weird with it because I go into my YouTube suggestions category. And I find like the most random things ever, and I'll click and watch those. I like to watch fails, awkward, embarrassing moments.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that. I will watch like lure hunting stuff and everything, but I'll listen like to some podcasts and everything, and just some wacky videos.
There's a guy that I personally follow. That's not like a moviegoer or anything like that, but his name is Barczyk, and he does like daily vlog videos, but it's of his like reptarium is what he calls it. It's like a reptile zoo, so to speak, that he does, and it's a daily vlog that he does, and I enjoy it because he's very educational about it. He's cutting eggs to let you guys see what the breed of the snake is going to be or something like that. That way you get to experience it along with him. And he's really cool. You should check him out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, send me the link and I'll check that out. So.
I mean, out of YouTubers that do, like, say, movie stuff, though, that I personally... Brendan, of course, is one that I do follow. One is called Films at Home. I don't know if you know his channel. Or Serial
Films at Home?
Yeah, Films at Home.
It's funny because I've heard the Serial at Midnight.
Yeah.
Because my buddy he brought him up.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing a podcast with him, and yeah, he didn't mention that. But I haven't checked his videos out though.
Oh, which one? Films at Home?
Yeah, I think both of them. But Midnight Serial guy, yeah.
Yeah, well, the Serial at Midnight guy, he's not just movies. He basically talks about anything and everything he gets, whether it be like, say, a comic book or a regular book or even some like music CDs, vinyls, whatever it could be. He's one of those where it's everything pop culture, as to where Films at Home, he's more on a technical movie review person, talks about the actual upscaling of like, say, from 2K to 4K, 1080p, da-da-da-da. Like, he's more of a technical person.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
If you want to see
it. That's pretty cool, though.
I watch it.
I might have checked that one out sometime because, for the most part, my YouTube habit is very, very, very low. I get onto YouTube strictly for usually only two different YouTubers. One of them is Gamers Nexus. The other one is Jay's 2 Cents. They're tech stuff, which obviously, being a tech.
I think I know the Jay's 2 Cents one. I think I know that.
That one sounds like something I could really get into, the technical side of all that.
Oh, yeah. His name is Jeff, because he always announces his name. He goes, "Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jeff from Films at Home." But, he's just more on the technical side of everything. And he also talks about, like, the projectors, the cost of them, where you can get them cheap, and the difference between, like, the 4K mastering Blu-ray compared to an actual physical 4K. Like, he just goes in depth about it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Because, like, it's crazy with YouTube. Because back in the day, even somewhat now, but mostly back then, a couple years ago, like, YouTube was my main source. It was like my television.
Yeah.
I would really never watch TV or, I would watch my movies and everything. But YouTube, once I got into it and started doing videos and realizing like how many people and there's a community out there, I got sucked in, and that was all I would do. Is just focus on videos and watching YouTube on videos. Like, even still now, like, obviously I'll watch like certain videos like on my lunch break and when I get a chance to. But it's crazy how a platform like this can just be your television, and anyone can be the star of a certain show. And it's cool, like, making videos because obviously you grow, you progress, you advance on, and it's fascinating because I'll watch some of my older videos. I just like, oh my god.
No, I do that too.
Like wow, what the hell was I? Yeah, what the hell was I thinking? What was I saying? God, what is going on here? And I'm like, why do people even watch this?
Of course, yeah, because I'm trying to grow mine, and that's why I'm trying to do more interviews, because I noticed there's just too many unboxing stuff, and with yours, it's more of a Blu-ray hunt, and then, of course, unboxing, showing the artwork, and, of course, your fan mail stuff, because I see that, too.
Yep. Oh, yeah. It's actually funny about doing those videos is that, like I said, the adventure is my favorite part about making the video. And doing the unboxings and hey, I got this movie. I have to say that's probably my least aspect because I'm contained, in my car. I'm still trying to think of ways I can, switch it up a little bit. But yeah, just going Best Buy, Walmart, Target, just going in there filming. You have no idea if they're gonna have the movie or if this person's gonna come around the corner or this guy's gonna say something. It's always fun to do them. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I do appreciate you taking your time today to do this interview with us and stuff, and because I know we're getting close to ending this interview. But there's a couple movies I wanted to point out, see if you happen to know them.
Yep.
And because we were talking about Johnny Depp earlier, and this movie, it's called Benny and June.
Benny and June? No, I have not.
It's a great movie. It's not your typical say love story. It's where mental illness kind of comes into effect with it, where both Johnny and the girl he likes both have mental conditions. His is more trying to please everybody, trying to work hard for what he does and stuff. It's a lovable movie, if anything. It's one of those lighthearted side of him.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it.
Because all you know of Johnny Depp is the makeup Pirates. And the characters, and Pirates.
Well, Dark Shadows.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. And then the last movie that I have in my hand is an 80s classic, Mac and Me.
Mac and Me. No, I have not. What is that?
Okay, you remember the movie E.T., right?
What's that?
You remember the movie E.T.? Okay, technically this is kind of like a parody of E.T. if you really think about it.
I'm just looking up the cover. It's hilarious.
Oh, it's actually a reversible cover.
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah, it is. I just put this one. This is the original cover.
Yeah, I just love the face. So.
Oh yeah, and it's funny. It's really funny. And the kid that he's got his hands over, is actually in a wheelchair. So it's one of those special friendship type of movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's good.
Now I take it that came after E.T. Right?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Do you know how long apart that was? Was it a year later?
I think it might have been 88 or 89-ish.
Okay. I thought they'd be that was a great movie.
Ben, did you have any more questions you wanted to ask him before we go?
Nothing comes up at the moment. I was looking up the release date real fast. So June 11th, 82 was when E.T. came out.
82. Oh, okay.
Mac and Me came out in August 12th, 88.
88.
Oh, okay. All right.
So yeah, you were.
Yeah, so you definitely got to check it out.
Yeah, that's interesting because I never even heard both movies.
Really?
At all. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I know it's nuts.
It is, and one thing I'm definitely. Go ahead.
I definitely learned a lot. Oh, it's all right. I definitely learned a lot doing these, even YouTube. Like I said, I thought I knew movies and everything coming into all this, but I remember my friend had a movie trivia game, and he would bring people on, and people were getting these questions left and right, and I'm just sitting there Predator.
Yeah.
Terminator. It was insane how much all these people knew the movies. I'm just sitting over here yeah.
Do you ever shop online?
Yes, eBay. eBay is a scary place, damn it. Stay away from it.
Well, no, the reason why I ask is because apparently Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure is actually getting a 4K, but you can only get it through the website Zavvi.
Oh, the Zavvi.
And they have a steelbook.
I have not ordered from them. I know about their steelbooks and everything. I go on eBay whenever I'm bored and I'm sitting there. I'm looking up steelbooks. It's always a dangerous path. And I'm oh, that one's nice. And then I click on that one, oh no, that one's pretty cool. And you get that dangerous feeling that you shouldn't be doing this, but you want to keep doing it.
Uh-huh.
And then you keep clicking and buying movies left and right. It's scary. But eBay. Yeah. Savvy, I haven't been on their website, but I know they got some good stuff though.
Oh yeah, I checked it out the other day. Yeah, because lately I've been going through eBay and collecting movie soundtracks.
Oh, there you go. How many movie soundtracks you got?
I have quite a bit. I can't name them all right now, but I have like Dirty Dancing, Stranger Things, Neverending Story, Labyrinth, Weird Science, Breakfast Club. Some that I can name off the top of my head. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm trying to get like I have a couple of vinyl records and everything.
Okay.
Like I love the artwork and the size of them, and but just having like the music, it's pretty cool. Those are kind of addicting. I've held off on them. You know, I just collected a little bit, but see, that's the thing about movies. You need the perfect soundtrack. You know.
Oh yeah.
Perfect scene. It totally makes a huge difference because that's what I take out of it. Like if I'm watching a movie, I'm just like, wow, that scene was amazing. It's stuck in my head because of the music and the way it's portrayed.
Do you have a favorite?
Do I have a favorite? I will say, going back, Gravity, where there's one scene. It's towards the end, but I remember it spot on, and I even listened to it. I remember the first day I downloaded on my iPod, and I'm listening to it. I was like, oh my god, it's giving me goosebumps right now. Where she's in the spacecraft, and it's just the visual and where it kicks in. I'm just like, damn. And also the Matrix. The Matrix has amazing sound scores with certain scenes, especially in the third one. Like I didn't really care for the movie, but this amazing where Neo and Agent Smith are coming at each other. It's just like the slow motion, the rain, and like the epic music. I was just like, damn.
Well, oddly enough, mine is actually 1988's Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
That's a fun soundtrack. That is a fun soundtrack.
I love that soundtrack. Well, yeah. But
movie.
Let the people know where they can find you for your social media and stuff like that. That way we can link them down in the video below.
All right. Well, first off, I just want to say thank you guys for having me on here. To talk movies and everything. It's fantastic.
Of course.
But yeah, you can always find me at Durant Cinema on Instagram. Is my number one place that I like to go on. Twitter and Facebook. I got pages for it. Just Durant Cinema, all three, and my YouTube page, of course, Durant Cinema. So yeah, that's where you can find me if you want to check out any of the videos. If you care. If not, that's totally fine. It's up to you guys. I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
Of course.
I'm not gonna tell you.
You want to lead us out with an Arnold voice?
No, that's right. But you know what Arnold is gonna say? Do it. The screw Durant Cinema. Do it. Saying don't do it. No, I'm saying do it. Hit down the links down below and like them.
I agree. All right, thanks, David. Thank you very much.
No problem.
You have a good day, man.
Hey, you too. Thank you. Peace out.
Later.
Oh my
and
goodness.
I can edit anything out later, of course.
All right, let me get warmed up.
I know.
There you go.
Oh, sweaty armpits. All right, guys. Look at that thing.
I know.
Look at that.
Look, you got him sweating, and we haven't even started yet. This
is what happens when you wear a gray T-shirt. I had to wear my Arnold shirt, but God, it's right. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nice.
Go.
Come with me if you want to leave.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.